With increased efforts to fight crime and to protect our borders from terrorist attacks, officials from the Ministry of National Security and representatives from the U.S. Northcom wrapped up their 5-day Countering Transitional Organized Crime Conference today. The Special Security Conference examined transnational and organized crime, security threats in the Caribbean, and the impact of illicit drug trafficking, money laundering, and human smuggling in the Bahamas. Minister of State for National Security, the Honorable Keith Bell, says with some 79 murders on record this year, there's a need for continued cooperation between Caribbean and U.S. partners. Mr. Bell also emphasized the importance of two key crime components.
We want to ensure that all of our heads are actually working together with one common objective, that is to defeat this scourge of crime. And, when we talk about Honolulu, the heads of national law enforcement agents, it is important that the cooperation, the collaboration begins at that level, and it trickles down through the ranks and file. We also emphasized our National Intelligence Agency, and as you know, Mr. Clifford Scavallo, he has been appointed the director. And so in the coming weeks, months, certainly the Bahamas will see even more an intense effort to deal with domestic crime.
Police discovered large quantities of suspected marijuana in two separate incidents yesterday. In the first incident, 4.5 pounds of marijuana was found in bushes off Blue Hill Road around 12:30 p.m. The drugs are worth $4,500 on the street. And around 2 p.m., 1 pound of suspected marijuana was found in bushes at Woodpecker Alley, Fox Hill. Police say the discovery was made just after a tip was given. Those drugs have an estimated street value of $1,000. No one's been arrested in connection with either find. Former Prime Minister the Right Honourable Hubert Ingraham, along with the leadership and members of the FNM, hosted the men's 4x400-metre relay team to a party last night at the Sandals Island. Mr. Ingraham used the opportunity to tell Bahamians competing at the Olympics that competing at the Olympics is no small feat, and although we only captured one medal, we have a lot to be thankful for.
Whether we do as much as we could for our athletes before these events is debatable. But the reality is that when we go to these events, we expect nothing but the best. And as small as we are, we have become accustomed to producing wonderful results. And when the results are not in our favor, we're not very appreciative in this country. Nobody has talked about how wonderful it was for so many Bahamian athletes to participate in finals and semi-finals at the Olympics. To come 8th in the world, to be a part of that smaller group, is a wonderful thing for a small country with 350,000 people.
It's time now for your first check of weather. Here's Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Hi, Baz.
Hi, Keisha. A couple of named systems out there in the tropics. We have Gordon, we have Helene. All the details coming up later in the newscast, so stay tuned.